Robert Kiyosaki is best known for his popular book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He is also a successful investor. His estimated net worth exceeds $100 million. Thanks to Kiyosaki, millions of people have completed and improved their financial literacy education and eventually achieved success. Kiyosaki's influence is worldwide. Knowledge brings money. Kiyosaki is passing on his knowledge to humanity. Kiyosaki's advice is often centered on financial literacy. With this advice, you can learn how to create wealth. 1. Focus on increasing your income and effort. Most people only think about their expenses. You hear the phrase, save money around you all the time. Does saving open the door to wealth? No, it doesn't. Saving leaves the door ajar. To open the door fully, you need to back it up with investment. The rich have made investing a daily endeavor. Creating new streams of income is a daily occurrence for them. While the poor work for money, the rich make money work for them. You are doing your best to save money. So why don't you look for ways to increase your income? When I look at your research, I see the phrase, get rich quick. Is there any truth in the phrase, get rich quick? No, it doesn't. You can't. You have to build a fortune. It won't be built in a day, maybe not even in a year. But if you sacrifice your efforts to increase your income, you will complete the construction as soon as possible. 2. Do not work for money. Work for knowledge. Let's say you are an apprentice. How many years would you give to become a master? In today's world, it takes a maximum of 3 years to become a master. You will spend 3 years as an apprentice to learn everything. Maybe even when you become a master, after 20 years you will realize things you don't know. Realize this. Don't keep saying, this knowledge is enough for me. There is always more to go, more trophies to win. Arrogance is something we don't want in our lives. Don't succumb to it. Be open to learning. Always learn. Never complete the path. Even when you complete your life, remember that you are an apprentice. An apprentice works for knowledge, not for money. So why do young graduates suddenly want high income? Why don't you want to learn? High income comes from high knowledge. Learn, friends. Apprenticeship is the eye always following the master. In this world game, follow the masters in your field and keep an eye on them. Support those masters until you have built up enough knowledge and experience. The steps to financial freedom always want to see you as an apprentice. Do not become a master. 3. Follow a course until you succeed. Kiyosaki equates following a course with focus. Young people in particular work on too many projects. Kiyosaki does not recommend this. Working on a single project increases the winning rate of this project to over 90%. Success drops to 50% for 2 projects and 25% for 3 projects. Don't create a new project at every difficulty, young people. Spend your life on one project. Kiyosaki made this mistake many times in his first investment, but he did not give up. He succeeded when he realized what he had to do. At a time when he felt confident about investing, he turned to entrepreneurship. He tried different business models, but he focused on one until it worked. What makes you happy on the first try is highly unlikely to happen. Most people give up early. That's why the success rate is low. Success can sometimes take 10 years. Be patient. Trust the path. 4. Don't be afraid of losses. At school, we were taught to avoid mistakes, but in real life, this is not the case. According to Kiyosaki, one of the main reasons why most people fail to succeed in life and business is the phenomenon of risk. Michael Jordan has a quote, "All my life I've made mistake after mistake, mistake after mistake, mistake after mistake, and that's why I succeeded." This sentence reminds us of this. We can make mistakes. Even the smartest person in the world can make mistakes. But the important thing is not to give up after making a mistake. It's about moving on. The smartest people at school don't make mistakes. But what do people who live life do? They make mistakes. They learn from that mistake. They level up. They move on. He continues this cycle again and again. These mistakes are a symbol of his success. Mistakes will level you up. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. 5. Find a game you can win. Most people fail in business and in life because they focus on the wrong goals. You need to focus on what suits your strengths and talents. Something you don't enjoy has a low success rate. Don't be interested in something outside your skill area. This will waste your time. But you can improve your weaknesses in the game you will win. Find your winning game and then dedicate your life to it. As I write these sentences, I would like to say that I have applied for a job 143 times, and out of these 143 applications, no one has approved me. This is not an endpoint for me. It's a starting point. When I make this video, I know that it will be watched like all my other videos. I labor, and I know that this is the game I will win. That's why I will never give up. It is a priceless feeling for me to tell you about the ways to improve your life, or to tell you here the lines I read and understand. You think about it too. The game you will win may be one of your favorite things. 6. Don't trust the school. Going to economics school did nothing for me. Maybe some people have gained something. But I learned by my own efforts, and no information about the school gave me any profit. The problem with school is that they give you the answer and then the exam. That's not life. Do you trust the school? You can find a job. Do you want to create a fortune? School will not give you any profit. Real life is very different from school. As I explained above, school teaches you to avoid failure. Life shows you that success will come when you make mistakes, because you learn with every mistake. In life, you make mistakes for success. If you don't give up, you will never make that mistake again. Again, repeat. We actually start not to make the mistakes we make every time we start. That, my friends, will bring you perfection. Have you noticed? Until 5 years ago, everyone used to talk about their success. Now successful people have started to tell the media about their failures. When entrepreneurs or leaders talk about their failures, the first thing they say is, don't trust school. School gives you the knowledge you need, but it doesn't give you more. We don't need school anymore. We have the information we need at our fingertips. 7. Don't waste your time. Successful people know that time is more valuable than money. For example, let me ask you a very simple question. Do you want $100 billion at the age of 70? Or do you want $1 million at the age of 30? You all answered $1 million, right? Because there is nothing above time. The rich people spend the most money to solve problems. For example, they waste a lot of time in transportation. They buy an airplane. It's a very extreme example, but it's true. Wasting time is a big minus for the rich. The poor can spend hours on small problems. Don't waste your time on the wrong activities. Only if you prioritize your time and energy will you do effective activities. This will help you achieve your desired goals much faster. 8. Never expect anything. According to Kiyosaki, hope drains energy, but action creates energy. Most people spend their time daydreaming instead of making things happen. There is the idea. There is hope. There's the dream. But no action. Even the best idea is worthless without implementation. There is such a thing as the law of attraction. Imagine something. Accept what you imagine as if it has happened and experience its emotions, and make it happen. Take decisive steps. The law of attraction will make you realize your goal. Don't be expectant. Just be determined and wait patiently to see the end of the road. Your steps will bring you success. 9. The best knowledge comes from personal experience. According to Kiyosaki, personal experience is the best investment you can make. He believes that the real lessons are learned from our own mistakes. He himself has surely made all of these mistakes. Every mistake is actually an experience. This experience makes you smarter in your next step. We should not make mistakes knowing that they are wrong. We can avoid mistakes, but we should not be afraid of mistakes. If you are not sure whether a decision is right or not, you need to live the experience yourself. By doing so, you will learn to assess both risks and opportunities and make better decisions in the future. 10. Bonus knowledge. Have a plan for every aspect of your life. This is a piece of information from me. There are very good applications for this. You can download to-do list applications and write down your daily plans or weekly plans. You can also record your long-term goals here. To give an example from myself, I go to bed at 1 a.m. Before I go to bed. I check my weekly plan. I memorize the information about what I'm going to do tomorrow, so that when I lay my head on the pillow, I have the outline of tomorrow in my brain. At the same time, because my brain accepts this plan, I get up in the morning even if I don't set an alarm. You should make plans too. Make a plan for everything you need to do. There are 2 types of plans. In the first type of plan, you just write down what you are going to do and complete it during the day. In the second type of plan, it is clear what you do every hour. The first one is the easy one. I recommend this one too. But after a certain period of time, the second plan is better. I did plan 1 first, and then I switched to plan. In conclusion, the lessons we can learn from Robert Kiyosaki are not complicated. You have probably heard most of his insights and lessons at various times. The question is whether we apply them. Without application and action, even the most invaluable advice is useless. However, if you follow one piece of advice at a time, you will notice how these small steps add up and lead to changes in your life, business, and bank account. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye.